What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of CourtRoom Podcast, DJ's CourtRoom Podcast. This episode, man, we're going to consist of Shannon Sharpe and what he got going on that live. We got the Falcons making that comeback win over the Eagles. We got gonna be talking about who I feel like is gonna have the best comeback in the upcoming NBA season. We're also gonna be talking about Woj. Woj just announced earlier today that he's retiring from ESPN. A lot of us sports fans is sad about that. You know, he was the one that really gave us news about everything before it was really finalized, but we're gonna be talking about that. What else we gonna be talking about? Oh yeah, and Tahu's fourth concussion since college. His fourth concussion that made him have to be out. So yeah, that's what really this episode is gonna be consist of. Let's get to the next clip. Alright, first I want to talk about the Falcons versus the Eagles. First and foremost, again, I didn't see the game. I just haven't had time. I've been working. I've been doing schoolwork. I haven't seen the game live, but I have watched the highlights. I did watch the highlights, and I did see Kirk Cousins throw some really nice passes to Darnell, what's his last name? Darnell Mooney. He threw some good passes to him, and then he had 2 TDs. And then I forgot the dude's first name. His last name is London. He scored the game-winning TD. And my opinion on that game, I feel like the Falcons really came back on them more than the Eagles slipping up, because the way the highlights was looking like, Kirk Cousins looked like he was ready to play. He looked like he was ready to win. He was willing to win that game. He looked like he was on a mission, and he wasn't throwing no desperate passes. He was throwing passes where he knew it was going to be on the dot, and every time he passed it looked smooth, and his teammate caught it and either took it to a touchdown or got some yards. And I feel like the Eagles really slipped up, because I feel like their defense, they wasn't putting enough pressure on Kirk Cousins. I feel like they wasn't putting enough pressure on him. They wasn't making him nervous. They wasn't making him hesitate to pass the ball. I feel like they were just really focused on offense, and they should learn from this loss, because if they don't learn from this loss, they're gonna have a bad season. But I think this week, because I think the game that they played was last week, I think it's this week they're gonna be playing the Chiefs, the Atlanta Falcons. Gonna be playing the Chiefs, and that game's gonna be hard because Patrick Mahomes. But I feel like they got a good chance if Kirk Cousins play the way he plays, and his teammates play the way they played, just like that game. Either if they up or down, they can win that game for sure. They can have a really good season too, because I didn't know nothing about Kirk Cousins. I didn't know nothing about Darnell Mooney, whatever his name is, Mooney. I ain't know nothing about football. I'm starting to get into all these different players and what they're good at, how they play, stuff like that. I'm really just trying to get into it. I'm going to try to catch more games live so I can actually see what's really going on instead of just watching these highlights. Because watching highlights is not, it's showing you stuff, but not really. But yeah, that's my opinion on that game. I feel like the Falcons, if they keep that up, if they keep the way they played that game up, they could be a really dangerous team this season. Now, I want to talk about Tahu's concussion, his 4th concussion, and I'm not really like I don't really know this dude. I really don't know. All I know is he's a quarterback, and I know that he's a valuable player to his team. And him having his 4th concussion playing football, like since college, I feel like he should consider retiring because they don't want to put him. He shouldn't want to put himself in a circumstance where he's like in a place where he can't get out of. Like he ends up getting injured where he can't recover from, or he ends up getting injured and he can't live the rest of his life like he wants to. Like, I understand he loves the game of football because, like, why would you not love the game? You playing it professionally. But, man, having that 4th concussion, like, it's big, man. Concussions are not no joke. I feel like he should, like, really think about what he wants to do while he's, like, taking his time off before he gets back out on the field. Like, he should really think about what he really wants to do. But if I was him, I would really consider retiring. Not him just going ahead and just retire, but like at least considering it. Now, I want to talk about freaking Shannon Sharpe. Mr. Shay himself. This man, I don't care what nobody says. You know how when he like was having all these like gay allegations, or that meme where he got out of the car and the way he was walking, the way he was standing, the way he like bow-legged and all that, and people was like, man, this man Shannon Sharpe gay, this man sassy and all that. I feel like he did what he did so everybody could stop all the gay allegations, because how the freak you accidentally go on live on Instagram? You gotta go through 4 steps to get on live. You gotta go on Instagram. You gotta press your you gotta go to the side, like swipe to the right. You gotta go to live. You gotta press the little live thing, and then they ask you, are you sure you wanna go on live? And you press yes. Like, you gotta go through steps to get on live. There's no way you accidentally get on live. Like, that's why somebody thought you got hacked, because there's no way you accidentally get on live. Like, he did that on purpose. He knew what he was doing. And then when he was explaining himself on his podcast, he was like, y'all see what I'm working with, dude. Like, y'all see I ain't no joke. Like he was trying to prove a point, but make it seem like he did on accident. Like, bro, you didn't do that on accident. You did it on purpose. You're a freaky boy. You're a freak boy. You was a freaky boy. And you way too old to be doing all that. Like, you way too old to be trying to prove something. If you know you not this and you not that, you shouldn't have to prove it. Like, all because you walk like that or stand like that, or you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You know what you are, you know what you like, and you know what you don't like. So I feel like that was unnecessary. I feel like that could have hurt his career, but it didn't. But for the future, Shannon Sharpe, don't do no childish stuff like that again. Like, you 50-some years old. Stop that. Now I want to talk about Woj himself, Adrian Woj himself, retiring from ESPN. First, I want to say thank you, Woj, for letting us sports fans know news way before we was even supposed to know the news. Thank you for being a source where we can go to and know that it's true and not like second guess on it. Just thank you for like your presence, for letting us know about trade deals, about contract extensions, about signing trades, about signs. Like, thank you for all that, because without you, man, without you and Chris Move, I don't know what I would do. Because at least we still got Chris Move, but for anybody that don't know who Chris Move is, he's a YouTuber that posts like basketball videos, like gaming and stuff. and sports stuff. Like the real people that watch, they used to watch like Flight and all them, Flight, Cash Nash and all. They know who Chris Move is. Like they grew up on Chris Move. Like when you was watching Chris Move when you was little. So yeah, back to Adrian Woj. Just thank you, man. I'm not trying to like be sad or nothing, like, but when I seen that post, I was like, dang, this man's retiring. Like, what the heck? But yeah, it's a pretty sad moment. This is gonna be the last clip, the last segment. I want to tell y'all who I feel like is gonna be the most improved next season in the NBA. This is gonna be hard. I have like 3 candidates. Zion, cause like we seen that he lost a lot of weight. He looked like he's gonna be healthy. The Pelicans got better with DeJounte Murray. He's up there. I feel like he can win. He can be the most improved. You got Zion. Ja already won it. Like he don't need to have no most improved. He needs to just win the MVP. He needs to come back to try to win the MVP and bring his Grizzlies team to the playoffs again. So I'm not gonna say Ja, but Zion. Ben Simmons is a possibility that he could have like a comeback season, but I just don't believe in that man. Jumps, I don't care how much practice I'm seeing. I don't care how many jump shots he freaking put it up. In game, I just don't believe it. I just don't feel like he's gonna do it. I just don't feel like he's gonna shoot. I just don't feel like he's gonna really lay the ball up over Trae Young. Like, I'm not making a joke, because I remember that time where Trae Young was under the rim and he didn't lay it up. But I'm gonna put Ben Simmons in there because there's a possibility he could win it. And then the third person, most improved player that I feel like is gonna come back next season, probably Jalen Green. I'm probably gonna say, or Kevin Porter Jr. because he's coming back. He's gonna be on the Clippers, or Kevin Porter Jr. He might come back with a vengeance. Yeah, those 3 people are the people that I feel like might have the most improved season next season. My first option is definitely Zion. I have high hopes in Zion because he looks like he's ready. But yeah, those are the 3 people, and I know some people probably agree with me, but whoever doesn't agree with me, I really don't care. But yeah, I just can't wait for the season to start, because it starts next month, and I don't know. Every time the season comes around, I just can't wait until it starts. So I can't wait to see Zion play, Kevin Porter Jr. play, and Ben Simmons play. I can't wait to see all them boys play, man. So yeah, guys, that's it for this episode, man. I want y'all to subscribe, like, comment, share it to your friend. You already know drill. Share it to your mama. Share it to your sister. Share it to your brother. Share it to your pet. Share it to your teacher. Share it to your professor. Share it to everybody. Share this podcast to everybody. DJ's CourtRoom Podcast. And just tell them to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, man. And make sure y'all watch the videos too. Don't just like do all the things and don't watch them. Make sure y'all watching the videos throughout the whole video. Make sure y'all watching the videos and giving me like a good timestamp of you watching the video. Don't just click on the video and get out of it. Like, no. Like, actually take y'all time to watch it, because I could be giving y'all knowledge, or I could be y'all next favorite YouTuber. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next episode, and peace.